Hey, how you going, guys? It's Luke right here for RC Takes and Trucks 24/7. What? Well, where have you been? I don't know. I've been here. Just yeah. So, anyway, guys, what you've seen on the thumbnail and all the posts we've been doing on social media, Facebook and Instagram, is the new Kraken battery box. Now, what I've done is I've helped. We've taken a design and we've kind of critiqued it a bit, and I've worked with a good friend of mine, good race buddy, JCR, Johnny Crash Racing, and what I've did is I've come out to his place, and we're going to show you a little bit on the options of what you can do and the main features of the battery box as well. Maybe something small within the build, but it's actually a pretty good feature, which what we think is what I thought the Kraken box was missing. Nothing wrong with the original one, good on them, but there's just those little things that the fans of the Kraken, being myself, wanted to do with it, and the limited space that there is on the actual frame itself. So let's go have a goose and I'll show you what's going on. Okay, we're at the JCR headquarters. We've got Johnny JCR, aka Johnny Crash. Why did we start calling you Johnny Crash, Johnny?
Because when I started in the hobby, I kept on wrecking.
I believe.
I started, I think, a month prior to the Nationals, Australian Nationals.
Yep.
And I thought I could do it.
Yeah.
And I entered in the Nationals, and every heat was just rebuild the whole car.
So I think our
and my pit man said, "You're Johnny Crash."
yeah, and then all of a sudden
And
we threw it on the race computer, and every time it went around the loop, it went Johnny Crash. So he's made the most out of it.
Yeah.
So we're at his headquarters, where we bother him about all the little things that we want, a little washer, a little bit of this, bit of that. He never actually gets to do the stuff that he's meant to do.
There's a lot of things going on. A lot of favours.
Yeah. So what happened is I came to Johnny with the battery box that we had for the Kraken brushless, the $10,000 build, and we kind of said, hey, I want to do this. And I wanted to do some little tweaks. All I wanted to do is actually get him to reprint it a little bit better, and then both of them together, so Samantha and Johnny got together, and they created exactly what we've been trying to show you. So it was bloody awesome. Mm-hmm. And I said, you know what, you've done such a good job, take the project and run with it. And the product that we're about to show you, or have seen, is probably what these two guys have come up with. So really impressed. They also do other stuff. We've been doing Baja boxes.
Yeah, Baja boxes, a few other things, some servo stands for the Lossy, aluminium servo stands. We've got another little project happening with a Raminator as well. So there's a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, so completion of one project takes 3 times longer because there's 10 other things going on at the same time.
Like we started that laminator project a
Yeah.
fair bit, but then what I do is I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
forget about that. No one wants to see a brushless laminator. I said, can we do this? Can we do that? And it's usually like racing orientated though, isn't it?
Yeah.
What we do.
Well, racing takes up most of
Yeah.
the weekends, and having a full-time job doesn't help. So you only get in here sort of after hours, and yeah, so you can't actually achieve much in 3 hours, every second day. So it's taken a while, but we're happy with what we ended up with. I mean, like Michael said, we came with the initial design. There wasn't much else that you could do in terms of changing the shape or anything. I think we just improved in terms of being able to, the sliding lid.
The functionality, I think Semester and Johnny came up with the sliding lid portion, which actually won me over because everyone knows who's got a Kraken to try to get the lid off, especially on the stock one as well. They've got the little flap and the little clip and the mechanical kind of connection. This one is like a slide, so you can access the battery. And it was, for them to come up with that was like a light bulb moment. So it was bloody awesome.
The servo horn's in the way, so.
Okay, so you'd probably seen this in our Kraken brushless build because, as we all know, we needed the voltage reg and there's minimal space needed. So we came up with this kind of design, which was good at the moment, but then, okay, now this is the new design, the JCR large scale RC version of the Kraken battery combined box. Now, one thing we got to say is, no, obviously it's not for dual steering because we're actually using where the servo would go. So you would think that would be common sense when you buy it. Okay, so to go through it, you've got the pin that holds the top. Now that slides on and then locks in. And then it's keyed in the back design so it won't slip. Then you've also got the top. Now what fits in here? Well, funny you ask that. Let me show you. So it comes with the switch, nice IP67 switch. You got a separate cover. So you got the plug that goes into the receiver, and then you've got the plug that also goes into the battery. So what actually fits in here? Well, I've been able to get a Killer-B RC kill switch, a voltage regulator if you're going to run the high-tech 1000 series, and then also your receiver, and it was actually fitting in there pretty well. Then you would have your entry points, which is why we have this. So this can actually take your standard high-techs, 845s, 840s, the Helantronics 5000, 7000s and the 8000s. Now it also comes with a grommet, a blind grommet that fits in there, and then when you are using just the standard 5th scale batteries, you can actually cut it through and then push your cables through. But whereas the 1000, and look, we've got one right here, with the 1000, you can actually thread through. I mean, we're not winning awards for an installation here, but then it actually keys through, so you can actually see that nice flush finish with it, and fits perfectly on the stock chassis as well. So actually, speaking of this bad boy, this is a custom bracket that JCR done for me personally. It's not on the shop as of yet, but if they get requests, they can do it. It's probably a more expensive option, but when you have a look at it, and if you're a builder, this is probably the best bit. It's a 2-piece, so it actually separates there, so you can have that secure to the chassis, and then you can actually take it off by loosening it from underneath the chassis as well. So it actually locks in solid, and I have used it on my Lossy 5T brushless. So that's a beauty. So with all this, So with all that can fit in there. And you've got this. What else comes in the kit? Well, you've got, because we've taken away the stock servo mount, it comes with two alloy 6061 T6, I believe it is, that have been CNC'd. Then it comes also with the adapter for the kill switch. So it's easy. So you take your stock kill switch that goes onto your gas motor, heat shrink, and then you key in J, boom, heat shrink, and you've got an XT30 extension. Why do we need to do that? Because what we've done, we've redesigned it. We've actually got a plug that fits inside. You push it in. It actually gets secured by a grub screw. Then all you do is with your new lead, bam. How good is that? Nice and clean. That's obviously been heat shrink down. So then when you're actually doing your tear down of your Kraken, all you have to do is unplug it. Then you can actually take your motor out and be done with it. So we've also included an XT30 plug just in case you don't want to do the extension. You can actually do hardwired as well. And then we've got the hardware that comes with it. So it's all ready to go. Uses a stock chassis, holes, locations. It'll take a matter of minutes to actually install it. Yeah,
much higher.
So we got different versions. So we've got versions of the mounts to suit the high-tech, say 45s, Hilly 7000s, 5000s, and then we've also got the high-tech 1000 series, which is the high volt series, which can take the 4S battery, and it's all modular. That's the whole thing. When I do my builds, I like to have everything modular, and especially when you do a teardown. If you know, with working on a Vector, it's a pain in the ass because you actually get exposed cables, wires. You want to try to hide it, but with this, it's very modular. You can actually take it off, unplug it, and then clean it. And we're kind of doing something with the 5T and the NCD V5 chassis where it's already modular, but there's a few little things that we're working on to implement this design into a lot of the stuff that we're...
Yeah, and the material's been holding up really good, so we found that the just the perfect material for it, because you know, as many of you might, some of you might 3D print, just finding that perfect material that's flexible enough that can take it, doesn't crack, it's a little bit heat resistant, you know, having the motor so close and that. So no, we're pretty happy with what we come up with. There's been several revisions of it. Several. With a box over there full of bits. So but we're pretty pleased with it, and we're kind of ready to launch it out there. So we'll be starting with a few kits, and just depending on the demand, we'll just keep on going.
Just as a disclaimer, the original design came from Travis Mills, Wheelman Designs. I did reach out to Travis at the start of the very first brushless build. Did speak to him, and we speak regularly on occasions. I just said, you know, if you've got the SCL file, you send it over, we can print it. And just at that time, I think the timing wasn't right. So I thought, Steve kind of knew a little bit about 3D printing. No, he knew a lot about. Sorry, Steve. He knew a lot about 3D printing, but we just got something that would get it on the road, and we could use it. So there was that little slight delay when we initially brought out the MGM brushless. But now, love this product. I'm pushing this product all the way, and now we're kind of implementing it into others where we're like, why didn't they do this? Because it's bloody easy. So, especially with the 5T, isn't it? Implementing it with the 5T, which definitely will happen, it just makes it a lot easier. So, it's available for purchase. It's not through me, it's not through RC Tanks and Trucks, it's through JCR, Johnny Crash Racing. He set up the Instagram account, he set up a Facebook account, so if, we'll put them all up on the doobly-doos in the description that you guys never read anyway. You can contact them directly, and then he'll have a price list. I'm not too sure what it costs anyway, but we're kind of discussing that at the moment. So it's all pretty fresh. So I think that's it. So let's get back to this. You got anything else?
Nothing, no. Just adding that, the wheelman designs, the shape overall. We just try to maximise the space that we could have.
Well, it's the footprint, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
It's you can't really do much with the design.
S shape that you kind of need it if you're going to be able to put your receiver, everything. I mean, as a lot of Baja owners will know that you get that original box, you can't put anything in the SimSteer. There's not much room for anything. So
well, we got success out of that, didn't we?
Yeah.
So that hasn't been released, but it has been designed.
It's been gone for a test phase. It's been tested and
Thank
everything.
you, Josh.
And it will be sort of released. We're thinking that these are going to be available at the end of the month, end of March. So we'll be also releasing the Baja box as well, 3D printed. And it's pretty interesting because you can tuck all your wires away. You don't even see your kill switch, and it's got room for all of that. It's especially made for the SimSteer because when you add the SimSteer, you even got less space than the original box.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's actually been working perfectly on my Baja there. So we kind of think it's ready to sort of be released and be offered to everybody.
But we'll save that for another video.
Yeah.
Because this year is a really good design. I don't really Baja much, but I'm actually going to be doing a Baja build series, and we're kind of going through it and saying, oh, that makes sense. Why didn't they do that? And we're kind of like, okay, you can add room here, and it's all about those little 5mm, 10mm hill that you're stealing, that all of a sudden you can put a 2S battery in comfortably, that you probably run in a 5T or something.
We've got a 3600 mAh into a 5B, which is pretty big because past 2000, you'll be struggling to get one of the little square blocks 2000.
Yeah, and then they had the old hump packs as well,
and the old hump
which
packs,
actually restricted it. So, all right, well, hurry up the Rimlator then.
We'll see. Well, now that we finish this, we can get on to some other stuff, eh?
All right, guys. Thanks very much. Cheers.
Thank you.